Ready for the start of the second period here at the Boston Garden. The Celtics lead the Lakers 36-26. They scored the first 7 points. The Lakers came back. The Celtics opened it up to 13, and now it's at 10 points. Magic Johnson is the high scorer in the ball game with 14. Cedric Maxwell and Larry Bird each have 9 points. They're the high scorers for the Celtics.
Celtics got the pace of the game that they wanted and also were able to score those close-in baskets.
Scott Wedman, veteran who came over from Cleveland, who was a star at Kansas City. He's in for his outside shooting. This is his first attempt as he opens the second period in the Celtic lineup. He's going to be playing a guard position. Wilkes on a feed from Johnson. Misses. McHale. So it's Wedman and Ainge in the backcourt. McHale, Bird, and Maxwell up front for the white-shirted Celtics. Bird immediately double teamed in a crowd. And a Laker foul.
They're only double teaming Larry Bird when he gets down close to the basket. And they got big people on him, so he can't find an open man. Now look at them all harass him, and he gets banged and knocked to the floor.
Foul was on Jamal Wilkes. Cedric Maxwell with 2 attempts. Defense twice and a good block the second time around. Wilkes got a good corner shot. Driving inside this time, and Jamal Wilkes gets the basket. He's had 2 good practices, and Pat Riley told us we're going to play him a lot more. He's played 8 in a row after missing the first 7 of the playoff season. Celtics maintain possession.
The Celtics with Danny Ainge outside shooting has opened up that inside game just a little bit, particularly for Maxwell.
Parish with 2 personal fouls comes back in the ball game, and Larry Bird gets a rest. He scored 9 points for the Celtics and 3 rebounds. Whatever the Celtics need, he's there to provide it. Parish is back. Wedman hits. Wedman came off the bench and hit 3 big shots for the comeback attempt on Sunday in game number 1.
He proved that they needed to hit that outside shot.
Nearly a minute and a half gone by in the second period. Nader with a good move on Parish. Didn't know he had that quickness.
Well, that one hook shot set up that roll move. Parish was away from him the first time. This time he bodied him.
So the lead is down to 8 now, and the crowd quiets a bit as the Lakers are hit with another foul. That'll be their second. And NBA Commissioner David Stern, who's serving his first year at the helm, a witness here at Boston Garden. Foul is on Nader, his first personal foul, second team foul on LA. McHale, good feed from Ainge. He had to get it over the defender, Tommy.
He sure did, and it was a perfect pass.
Urban Magic Johnson, 6'9" point guard. He can play every position on the court. Bumped by Wedman. McAdoo going in. The basket will count. McAdoo gets the basket and will go to the line and try for a 3-point play.
40 go! 32!
And the foul is on Kevin McHale, his first. And so now the lead is cut to 8. Chance for 7 when we come back after this time 8-point off a Celtic lead, which was at 13. What should Boston do at this point?
I think they need a little substitution, perhaps in the backcourt. But they're going with the same guys. There's the inside game. Kevin McHale, that is oh so important right now. The outside shooting of Ainge and Wedman has helped set up what is normally the big part of what the Celtics like to do, scoring close.
Danny Ainge with 6 points. There's Dennis Johnson, who has been on the bench. He has not scored in the ball game. Dennis Johnson has been a big play man for the Celtics in the playoffs. McAdoo missed the free throw and a chance for a 3-point play, so the lead remains 8, 40-32. We have 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second period. McHale tripled for the moment. Pesky defense by Byron Scott. Still Boston ball. Arnold Red Auerbach, and at halftime you will see a very fine profile on the Celtics president and general manager at the half. McHale blocked from behind by McAdoo, and there's Scott Wedman from the corner. Celtics had several opportunities, and now the Lakers can cut the Celtic lead to 6. And traveling is called on Magic Johnson. That's the 8th turnover of the ball game by the Lakers. pressure in the backcourt.
Celtics have their two best outside shooters in there now at the guard position, Wedman and Danny Ainge.
It is not a running offense, though.
No, it's going to be to try and take advantage of their big people.
Maxwell getting inside is fouled, and with the goggles adjusted, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar returns to the ball game along with Michael Cooper. Swan Nader did well coming off the bench for the Lakers. Magic Johnson goes out, and you see Larry Bird getting set to come in the ball game. And so with Nader in for Kareem, the Lakers actually cut some points off the Celtic lead.
Yes, and when that happens for a ball club, that's a pretty good sign that they're well in the ball game. Bench coming in and making a solid contribution, picking up some points. But they've got McAdoo's very capable if he gets that outside shot going. Swan Nader's got the good offense inside, but now they've got Kareem back, baby. And he's been trouble.
14 points for Magic Johnson as he goes to the bench. Cedric Maxwell, meanwhile, leads with 11 points and 4 rebounds, leading the Celtics. The Lakers foul going in. That is the second team foul against Boston, and it's against Danny Ainge.
He's such a good passer. When you double him, he's going to find an open man. But when you triple him, there's two open guys, and there's Wilkes with nobody on him. You've got to make sure that people going to the basket aren't wide open when you double team Kareem, because he's going to make you pay the price with a good pass.
Jamal Wilkes, who was on a world championship team as a rookie in '75 with the Golden State Warriors, and then of course with the Lakers 2 years ago, made 1 out of 2. He has been a starter, but because of the virus, has had to come off the bench. And there's a pretty good bench for Pat Riley. Scott Wedman hits outside, and so as Tom mentioned, Wedman and Ainge are doing the job outside. They have 10 points between them, and the Celtics are leading once again by 11, 44-33. There's Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes with that patented shot from the corner, and one of the clutch outside shooters the game is known.
It's a shame that he's not really been totally healthy, because he is one of their guys that love to take the key shots.
8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 9-point lead for the Celtics. Here's Parish. And once again, Danny Ainge threads the needle on a pass inside. It was Parish for the points. Wilkes in trouble, and McAdoo. Plenty of time on a 24-second shot clock, but Kareem said, I'll gladly take a 20-footer.
Well, there's some of the LA outside shooting. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that's pretty good.
Inside, offensive foul called against Kevin McHale. Too much of the elbow.
Just threading your way through a double team is awfully difficult. You'll either have to move quickly to the hoop before it develops, or wait till it develops and pass the ball out.
2 personal fouls on McHale. 7 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the first half. Celtics scored the first 7 points of the game. They've led all the way. Cooper is short. Kareem inside to McAdoo.
Now the Celtics once again taken off before they were sure they had possession of the ball. Ends up an easy one for the Lakers.
Here's Ainge coming right back. Danny Ainge now with 8 points. He has doubled his average of the season, and he has not missed in 4 attempts. Scott gets free inside. Cooper had him, but Scott a little bit too hard off the glass. 9-point Boston lead. And a timeout called by Casey Jones. It's been all Boston Celtics. They lost the first game of the series on their home court. They can't dream of going to LA down 2-0.